Some pretty interesting data about retirees. New numbers show a growing number of homeowners reach retirement age and still owe thousands of dollars on their mortgages. So how can you save, and is this really such a big deal? I sat down with an expert to get some answers. But people really aren't saving. This group that's trying to retire, they don't own their homes.
That's right. It's a staggering number of people that are 65 years and older that actually don't own their home and actually aren't even on a track to own their home anytime soon.
So why is that? What's the change? Because my grandparents, I mean, they taught you, like, you need to own your home and then that's how you retire.
Right. It's a cultural shift in our generation that doesn't look at it as important, and it still is very, very important. And a lot of people just spend time thinking about their monthly payments. And so if I can just have a lower monthly payment, that's always good, right? So therefore I can refinance my house. That's not always the best case scenario. In some cases you actually can maybe increase your monthly expenses a little bit but pay your home off twice as fast. The home is in most people's cases the largest financial possession that they're going to have.
But what do you do if you can't increase that monthly payment? Do you just have to sit and wait, but the moment you can, just revisit it every 3 months or something?
Well, in some cases lowering your monthly payment is fine, but there's always a trade-off. You just have to determine, and you've got to realize that if I lower my monthly payment because I'm in need, and a lot of people are in need, then that means I'm not going to pay my house off for several years later than what I thought I was going to. And it's a trade-off that you have to know, therefore I'm going to have to work a little bit longer, I have to save in other areas of my life. There's always a trade-off for lowering your monthly payment, always.
Okay, and so what about the younger folks, the people who are thinking about buying a home? Which route should they be taking to protect themselves in the best way possible? Because they don't have the pensions, they're probably not going to have the 401k matches, salaries seem to be going down. What do you do?
Social Security is probably going to be out for them as well, right? So essentially it always makes sense to own versus rent in most cases. If you can scrape up the money to put the down payment down, which is no easy task for the younger generation, but if you can, it always makes sense to actually own something that builds equity over time. If you can't, you have to just basically buy something that or rent something that you can afford and build up a little nest egg so you can ultimately put it towards a down payment.
Okay, as a financial strategist, as you're called, which is such a fancy name, what exactly is the biggest thing that you see coming in your door where you're like, golly, are you kidding me?
Well, what I see is that people pay all kinds of fees for things that they don't even realize. What we do at GuardVest is essentially help people understand how much they pay their financial advisor. And oftentimes what you see is somebody goes, wow, I didn't realize I paid that much. And we talked about it off air that, you know, a lot of people are paying, you know, 10 bucks here, 20 bucks here, 30 bucks here, and don't even know it. So what amazes me is the amount of people that can tell me to the penny what they pay for their cell phone bill, but have no idea what their financial advisor's charging them.
Okay, step one for somebody out there who can't access you, who can't access a financial advisor, you tell them to
budget. You have to budget. 90% of Americans don't even have a budget, and you can't do that. You've got to have some idea of how much money you're going to need and how much you spend every single month to have a chance to have a retirement. So you've got to budget, and there's lots of free websites that you don't have to have any money invested to do, like mint.com is an example.
I love mint.com, and that's a secure one.
They do a great job.
All right, Steve, we're all going to start saving, right?
I hope so.
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate your time.